No, it's hard for sure. But there's something that feels so good about sharing your life with somebody.
Ah, that's Joaquin Phoenix in the new sci-fi romance flick, Her. In it, he plays a lonely man who falls in love with a female voice produced by an intelligent computer operating system. Everyone's favorite movie guy, Aaron Dicer, he's my favorite movie guy. He joins us this morning with an advanced review because it's not here in Springfield yet, but it's coming.
It is coming. This weekend, I think the new Paranormal Activity movie comes out, and you kind of know, about Paranormal Activity if you're going to like it or not. So we thought maybe we'd touch on something else. I think this expands wide next week, so we should be seeing it here soon. This is from director Spike Jonze, and this is one of those things where there's a director who just gets my brain. He's strange, he's quirky, he's weird. He likes to go to these interesting intellectual places and think about technology and how it affects us, and that's what this movie is. Some amazing performances. It's one of my favorites of the year. You will definitely see it come awards time, recognized for some awards, so it's one we want to keep a look at.
All right, so Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix, sorry. He gets a lot of credit because he is on screen, but then you think Scarlett Johansson deserves special attention for her voice work.
She does, and she's getting it. I think I mentioned last week we did nominate her for the Critics' Choice Awards for Best Supporting Actress, even though you never see her on the screen. She is incredible in this, and think of the difficulty of what she's trying to do without those things that actors usually have, facial expressions and hand motions and all those things that they usually use to convey emotion. She is doing it solely with her voice, and you completely buy her as this character. And you completely buy that Joaquin Phoenix can fall in love with her without ever seeing her or knowing that she's a computer program.
Right. Well, that's interesting that you felt like you really connected because you're a radio guy.
Yeah.
So you are. It's kind of the same. I mean, you have to be very
I never thought of it that way, but yes, I do radio, and in radio, you use your voice and only your voice to communicate. So maybe I do have a little kinship that I feel with Scarlett in this performance. But I really think it's amazing.
You like her.
It's behind.
Did you fall in love with her when you watched the movie?
I did. I fell in love with her, the movie.
Get it?
See, that's how that works.
Nice. Okay, so a regular, so to speak, audience, like if you don't, if that's not your thing.
That's a good question because I do have a quirky brain, and so just because I fall in love with this movie doesn't necessarily mean that you will. Although I have seen this movie with what I would call normal, regular people, unlike myself, and they seem to love it too. I just think there's something really real that connects here about the human experience and what it means, and also there's something that connects about where technology is heading and how we interact with our technology. It's really heady stuff, but at the end of the day, it's really human stuff, and I think that's where it succeeds.
That's interesting. So I saw this guy the other day, kind of unrelated to this, but he said 2013 is the year of this, and then he just looked at his cell phone and was down, and that's kind of
Except for in this, the technology is more heads up than heads down because it's connected to us, and you see that in technology like Google Glass, the watch that some people are using, and technology is moving away from the pocket and towards being worn, and that's what you see in this as well.
Very good. All right, so give us quickly on this one.
Best thing, worst thing overall? Spike Jonze, Jones Tones. I love what he does. The worst thing, I really had a hard time because I love so much of this movie. I say it's a little bit dreary. You may get caught up in the malaise of it a little bit, and as far as an overall grade, I'd say an A.
An A. Yep. Very good. All right, one to see. Thanks, Aaron Dicer, your movie friend. We'll be back with some more House Helpers to kick off the new year. Don't go away.